Hey everyone, okay, so I am back with Project Life. Okay, I got Making Waves by Fancy Pants. I only have a little bit left of this one, so pretty darn cool. Okay, so let's get started. Oh my gosh, you guys. It has been another day, you know. So I think I told you, I think the last thing I told you, I was super busy, and then I wasn't going, and then I had still to go to the book sale last Saturday. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's only been a week since my last video, so look at me go. Woohoo! And I did not, I ended up telling my mom, I go, Mom, I'm sorry. I don't want to flake on you, but I'm tired. I said, I'm tired. I just want to stay home. And she's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. And I was like, okay. So I stayed home, you guys. I stayed home Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And the only reason I left on Tuesday was because I ran out of coffee creamer. And I cannot drink coffee without creamer. I just can't. My husband can, and he's been doing it for like a year because he runs out at work. And so, yeah, at work they run out, and so he's just like, you know what, let me just drink it. He loves coffee for the coffee. I love coffee for the creamer. Okay, let's just be real here. I want the creamer. And so, so he drinks it black. I cannot. So Tuesday I left, and then I get a phone call from my brother, and he says, Mandy, he goes, can you help? I need to move all my stuff out of my house. And if you know, my brother lives with my parents full time because he is disabled, and he has what is it called, GB, which is I can't roll my tongue, but John Bear syndrome, Jean Benet, Jean something like that. And so luckily he's not paralyzed. A lot of people are, but luckily he's not, and he has to walk with a walker and stuff like that. So this is the week. This is the week the kids and the kids and us, we went on the cruise ship. We went on Royal Caribbean from LA, and Tim and I flew up the day before. So we flew up the day before, Tim and I. We rented a car, and we ended up, let me get back to my brother in a few minutes, so let's see if I can remember. If not, you know, it's not that important. And so we rented a car. We flew up the night before, and because the kids, they don't. They choose to save their money, and they're cheap butts. Okay, shh. Don't tell me I said that, but they're cheap butts. They don't. Matt does not like spending money unless he absolutely has to, and so he has a car, so he figures he's driving. So we were laughing. So it's all good. It's all good and good fun. So don't even go there. Okay, it's just all in good fun. And it's my daughter, and so, I mean, this right here, you guys, is a picture, you know, it's a photo op, right? And you have some jerks who just, you know, they put the glass, an empty glass up on top. And it was just so disgusting. People are so disgusting. They really are. They're just jerks. And so anyway, so this is the week we went with them. And so, well, the night before, we drove up, and we didn't go to, no, we didn't go to Disneyland. What we wanted to do is I wanted to go to the quilt store. I believe the quilt store at this point. And Tim, we wanted to have a foodie adventure, plus Tim wanted to find some bullets that he couldn't find here in where we live. And so we decided to go on an adventure. So we did, and then we met up with the kids the next day, and they came and picked us up, and then we decided we would just drive back with them. It was okay, you know, that way we could still be with them. And we had a blast, you guys. These kids just make us feel so young, and they were just so fun. They did not bug us, which was nice, because these kids are very social. They will talk to anybody all day long. They don't care if you're not a stranger to them. You're just their next best friend, and that's cool. But Tim and I, we are introverts. We are introverts, and we will not make eye contact with anybody. So that's just the cold hard truth. We are we will, but if we see your dog, we're all over it. We'll remember your dog, we'll remember your dog's name, but we will not remember your face at all. So that is the truth. So we are introverts, and so they get us out of our shell a lot of the time. And it's fun. We still let them talk, but we don't mind, you know, when they start talking to strangers. And we don't, you know, sometimes I may tell them stranger danger, but you know, that's all in good fun, right? And so, and so when we got there, our rooms are not ready, right? So your rooms aren't ready, and you just you go, you throw a munch, and you just chill. You know, that's what you do. And so you just have fun. You have fun in that sense where you're just like, let's just go eat. And that is what you do on cruises. You go eat and you go relax. And it was funny because we found these little cots that they had, these little sun cots. So it looks like a little cocoon. And does this have a backing? No. And we went and we sat in them, and I was cross-stitching, and Tim ended up taking a nap, and then I ended up, I was cross-stitching, and then the kids fell asleep. And they fell asleep in such a way that I looked over, and I was like, it looks like Matt's choking her. And so we were laughing, and then Tim woke up, and so I took a picture of them, and Tim's like, it looks like he's choking her, and I was like, oh, I know. And then I said, you know what? And so I was like, they need to have a little meme. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up creating on my phone, and it's okay. I know that life is serious. I know that there are plenty of people who have domestic violence, and I know people get murdered every day. I know all of this. Okay, you guys, my family sees it every day, every other day. Who knows? But they see it a lot. This is just a funny joke to us, so don't take it personal, don't get offended or anything like that. But I ended up, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but Matt was holding her, if you can see, Matt was holding her like this, and so I added a butcher knife to his hand, and I don't know if you see, because in the photo anyways, because it was a hut, there's this sun, that's the sun, but I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. See the knife? So I added a knife, and because the way he was holding her, because I have that kind of personality. I just, you know, I don't take things seriously, not unless I have to. And I didn't have to for this. This is just funny. And so I ended up creating that, and then I showed Tim, and we were laughing our butts off. We were laughing our butts off. And so Cheyenne, they woke up, and Cheyenne looks over at me, and she goes, what is wrong with you guys? And I was like, oh my God. And so I sent her the text, and then her and Matt are looking at it, and they are cracking up so hard. And it was just, you know, it was just funny. So, yeah, so we started off pretty much laughing, and we did that the whole weekend. It was just a weekend cruise. Whoops. I ripped that off. A weekend cruise, and I recommend them if you love cruising, just to do a weekend one. It's inexpensive. It's basically a hotel night stay, you know, and it's really inexpensive, you guys. It's worth it. And you know, Royal is never go on Carnival. I'll tell you that. Carnival is the worst ever. I mean, these people, I don't know how they get drugs onto that cruise ship, but they do. And I want to say, you know, if you watch Girls Trip, and she's all the booty hole. And I'm like, yeah, that's what some of these people do, I'm sure. And I'm like, because there ain't no other way, but you can see them smoking their pot and everything else. And we got ice creams, and gosh, I love these kids. These kids are so fun. I just love being with them. I really do. They're just so much fun, you guys. They just are. And we get to go with my parents. My parents are going on their first ever cruise. My dad is 74. My mom just turned 70. And they're going on their first ever cruise in June for their anniversary. And we are going with them, the kids and Tim and I, and it's gonna be fun because it's gonna be their first time ever, and yeah, so hopefully they love it. and it's only for the weekend. We're doing a lot of weekend cruises because it's easier for us because we have to have a first sitter, and honestly we pay for someone to sit at our house all day long, and it's just, you know, if we're gone five days, it's $500. So we like weekend cruises, and it's cheaper for us and more affordable for us. So yeah. Okay, so let's get back to my brother. So Tuesday, I only left real quick, came back home, no big deal. Then my brother called and said, hey, we need, I need help moving from my old house into a storage unit in where my parents' area, in Los Banos. And so, it's Tim. We were playing mini golf. And, when we first got, this is all when we first got there pretty much. And here's a picture of me, you guys. That is me. See, here you go. There is a bona fide picture of me here. Can you see it? Yes, there we go. That is me. And my husband. And so, anyway, so I'm trying to see the picture to see how I want this layout. So he says, hey, can we do it? And I said, okay, well, let me talk to the kids. Let me see when they have time. Tim had been at work for 7 days, you guys. He had been at work for 7 whole days. And he was exhausted. So he only had Wednesday. He finally was able to come home on Wednesday. And then I was like, okay, well, honey, I said, he thought he was going to work on Saturday. So this weekend I have an event to go to at a local scrapbooking store that's an hour and 5 minutes away from here. So not so local, but local enough. And so I'm going to be sewing this weekend over there. And so I said, okay, well, Tim's all, let's just do it Thursday. Let's just get it over and done with. And we said, okay, but we don't know if the kids can help. He's all, it's okay, me and you will do it. And I said, okay. And basically, he knows it's basically him doing it because I can only do so much, you guys. I am obese and I do not work out. And I am all that. All that with some chips in me. So, yeah. So, he knew, you know, what would entail would be him pretty much, you know, doing it himself. Well, then Matt ended up having to work. He was invited to do the oral boards, to be on the oral board panel for the new recruits or for new hires for the sheriff's office. So he wouldn't be there. So Cheyenne says, "Okay, I'm gonna go," and I was like, "Okay, awesome." So it was Cheyenne and Tim and I. And my parents were there, but, you know, my dad had a heart attack, and he only has, like, basically half a heart. And he's gained all his weight back, so he's pretty much, you know, useless, is like me. And we don't let him do anything because we're, you know, he doesn't need to die in front of us for this. And so we didn't let him do anything. So he felt useless, and I'm like, I don't care. You being alive matters more than you picking up a box, you know? So, no. Look at daddy daughter. She's so cute. And it's a little bit crooked, but it's too late. And so it was like, okay. So we ended up going to Morgan Hill on Thursday, which was yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. Yes, yesterday. Oh my gosh. So yes, yesterday we went, and it was hard. It was just Tim and I doing stuff originally because Cheyenne, we all ran into traffic, and she was running late anyways because she had had a night before. She had to work the night before, so she was already, or the day before, she was already exhausted. So she got some sleep, and then she met us. But she was about an hour after we were doing stuff. So I was pretty spent, and by the time she got there, we were almost done. So it was good. But then we had to travel to Banos. So we had to travel from Morgan Hill to Los Banos, which is an hour and a half drive, I think. And so it took us a while to get over there. And when we did, Los Banos, you guys, in the summertime, is 107. It was 107 yesterday. And I will tell you what, 107 degrees when you are overweight and not in shape, and yeah, yeah, all of that, it means that you are going to die. Hopefully not literally, but pretty much Yeah, so I was helping, and then about an hour into it, I was like, I told Tim, I was like, because we got home and I started talking, I was like, yeah, I felt like the cartoon character where their heart is, you know, beating out of their chest and you can see it and everything else. I was like, I kind of felt like I could see my heart. I was like, I was so done. It was so hard, you guys. It was so hard. I was done. Holy crud. So we came home, we took showers, and it ended up happening where Tim and Shai did all of the work. The rest of the work, they did it, and they were such troopers, and they did amazing. And I'm so proud of them and just so grateful for them because they did amazing. And I'm like, I could not help the last, I would say 45 minutes. I wanted to. My heart was there to want to help, but I could not. My heart was just like, poo, 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 poo. It was just done. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. And so it sucks. And it's a bummer. And it's like, oh, I hate, you know, I hate my body. I hate the fact that I did this to myself. You know, I hate the fact that I don't work out, that I don't try and be better. I hate that too. And this is when we got to the atrium. Isn't it pretty? Oh boy. And so yeah, so it was just so we went after we did that at the storage unit. After unloading, we went out to lunch, and you guys, tell you what, I was like, then my stomach started hurting. I was like, oh man, and we're an hour away from home, so I'm like, oh gosh, just get me home. So so we finally did get home, and we took showers, and we took a 3-hour nap. We were so done. But then Tim had to work today, and I was like, oh man, babe, I'm like, I'm so sorry, you know, because we figured he was going to have another long week. But it turns out he gets to come home tomorrow. Right, as of right now, he gets to come home tomorrow. But the thing is that I won't be here, so, and he can't just, you know, do nothing. He has to do something because he doesn't like the fact that I'm not here, and, you know, he's not comfortable if I'm not home. So that is my cue not to die on him. Don't die on him, because he won't know what to do. And so he is going to, when I go to my event with my good friend, he is going to, I hope she's still my good friend. we don't talk like, we don't really talk, but when we do, you know, we're fine. So I'm hoping she's still a good friend. This is Tim, because he found his unicorn of bullets. So he went to get one box, and I was like, dude, we came all the way to LA, you got your unicorn of ammo. I was all, you're not getting one box, so I made him get 3. So he got 3 boxes, and so he was so happy, so we were laughing. And yeah, so it was a good trip. And yeah, so then so anyway, so then yeah, and then Tim had to work today, so he's just like, I'm just tired. And I'm like, I know, dude. And so tomorrow it's supposed to be another hot day here in California, and so he's all, but I need to mow the lawn, I need to get stuff done. So I'm like, all right, well, you don't have to, you can just, you know, go to bed, you know, go to bed with the puppies. And he's like, no. So I'm like, all right, well, I won't be home until, you know, probably 3. The crop is from, it's a crop, but, or it's actually, is it a crop? They kind of, I guess, call it that, but you can do anything you want, I guess. And so that's what I'm going to sew. But so it's from 10 to 10, but I can't last that long. I can't last that long. So I told Tim I'll probably be home by 4, if, you know, not sooner, but I'm gonna try and stick to 3. So 10 to 3, that should be good for me. So I'm hoping. And there is Matt and Shai. Look at how cute they are. They're so fun. I love these kids. So yeah, so, oh my gosh, you guys. So that happened yesterday. Today, I only had to leave to go, why did I leave? Oh, because I needed, so we have a stray cat. We have 2 stray cats here at my house, and we ran out of food. And I was like, well, I don't want them to not have any food. So I went to Dollar Tree and got some food for them for tonight. I got some hot dogs, and I usually get them hot dogs and cat food. So that way they're not starving. Let's see if I can take it off. Ooh, I can. So yeah, so I went there, and then I went to Grocery Outlet. But yeah, so pretty easy day. I've been crafting. I got another layout done for Project Life. So now I have a ton, you guys. I have a ton of layouts done. And yeah, they're stacking up. They are stacking up big time. So what week is this? This is 40. So it was 47. 6 or 7. And then I have 6 or 7, and then yeah, and then I laid down another one today. So I was able to PL today, which I'm so thankful for. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm getting stuff done. It's just the videos that are, you know, a little on the slow end, but that's just because I'm tired. So that is Cheyenne. So, and it says, spending quality time together is what the little thing says. So, yep. So, just going to need a big wad of glue. That way it's up higher. So, yeah. So, I have a fun weekend ahead of me. I think tomorrow I'm going to cut out a lot of stuff, though. I'm going to end up doing that. I'm not going to sew tomorrow. I'm going to, because it's Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to actually cut out all my projects. That way I can, when I'm ready to quilt here at home, I just pull out a bin and I can just start because everything's cut and ready to go. So I'm going to cut out a lot of projects tomorrow, and then that way I can just be home and start sewing. And I love that. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Looking forward to that. So, yeah. Do I keep saying so? I'm sorry about that. I don't know, you guys. But I am so excited. There we go, another sew. So this picture right here is, so before the cruise, Cheyenne and I went and got pedicures. When I got to the car, I hit my toe on the brake pedal, and it chipped. And it, you know, it made my my toe, the nail polish, all yucky. And so I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I didn't want to go back in. I knew I didn't want to go back in, so I didn't. And then I thought, oh, you know what? I bet if I put crystals, you know, the little, gosh, like diamond dots, you know, those kind of things that we have, enamel dots, all that stuff. If I put that on there, will cover it. So of course, you know, I asked him because he is my best friend and he is my ride or die guy, and so, and I can't I can't compress myself with my two bellies and my big cantaloupe boobs together. For me to get to my toes would kill me because I would lose consciousness because I can't breathe. So I said, hey hon, hey, guess what, can you help me? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so he ended up putting it on for me, and it was just, he has no problem. I'm going to write that on there, so that will be a journal spot for me to write that on there. He has no problem doing things, you know what, you guys? So he doesn't feel it takes away from his manhood if he puts diamonds on my toes for me to help me out. So he doesn't feel that. So which I'm eternally grateful for, that I don't have that kind of guy who is like, no, I don't want to touch your nail polish, or I don't want to touch your toes, or, you know, any of that stuff. I don't have that, and I'm so grateful. It's the little things, right, that you have to be grateful for with some of these guys, because, whoo, you know, jeez. Some are just jerks. And luckily I don't have that with him. So, and this, again, of course, another reread of my G.A. Aiken, which, if you watched my unboxing of my haul video of Roseville Quilt Show, it's above this one, or below. It's below this one. Gosh, this is so blown out, huh? Hold on. And I think I moved it because I hit it. Okay, a little better, right? And so, yes, so the Roseville Quilt Show, there was a dragon kit that I bought. And I think I told you how my friend also has the same kit. And so we're going to do it together. And, well, on the back of it, what I'm going to do is, because I have my book that I always haul. I always buy every single book, quilts, fabric that there is. And to use as backing. And I'm going to do a book for the backing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because that quilt takes 7.5 yards of backing. I only buy 5 when I do backings, because 5 is usually enough. So what I'm going to end up doing is doing 5, but then I'm going to actually put my favorite dragon authors on there. So G.A. Aiken and a few others. I'm going to applique their names on the back. So on the back of the quilt will be books, and then it'll have the authors' names on it, and then that's what I want. So that's it. That's the plan. So hopefully we'll get that done at some point this year. You know, if not beginning of next year, because things take time, you guys. Things take a lot of time, and you know, it's always like a work in progress. Because when you quilt, it doesn't just happen overnight. You know, things don't get done overnight like that. So we're going to plan for it. Trying to see how this one is. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. You hear the babies, they're snoring. Sorry guys, I want this to be right, and I'm still talking to you. So, and then so that's happening this week. I think next week we have plans to go to Disneyland for the day. We're just gonna fly up for the day and come right back. But Tim's like, I don't know if it's gonna work out, honey. I might get mandatory, and I'm like, of course you're gonna get mandatory. So I'm like, because we have plans, right? And so I'm like, okay. And a part of me is like going, I wonder if I should just go up by myself. You know, am I brave enough to? I don't know. But I enjoy being with him. And then Cheyenne, her new schedule, she goes back to work on Wednesday. So I'm like, so she can't go. And I'm like, darn it. It would have been nice if she could have gone with me. And but I'm hoping, cross your fingers, that Tim gets to go, because I really want to go to Disney. We're trying for once a month. And it's been working out really well. So that's what I'm, you know, got to get the most out of these season passes. So I love this layout. I love all the layouts I've been doing, because they've been so much fun. They're just so much fun. I just love this craft. So that's, you know, truly it is because I love this craft so much. So yeah, I do. I don't know why I'm saying so much. I don't know what's up with me. Sometimes I get in these little grooves, right, where I'm just like over, like or so, or something, just words, right? Words are hard. So let's see. This one I really embellished, this layout. Cheyenne wants to go to Disneyland for her birthday, and we said okay, you know, but she wanted to invite family and friends, and we're like, okay, let's do it. So so we're gonna be doing that. My parents are gonna go, so my parents already said yeah, they're gonna go, and it's gonna be fun. And then 2 of our other good friends are gonna go. So I don't know about her friends, you know, because right now all we can say is the first 2 weeks of December, because she doesn't have her schedule yet, and she won't have her schedule for another maybe month. Maybe 2 to 4 weeks, and then she'll get her real schedule. So it'll work out perfectly fine, but we can't tell anybody when. So we're hoping that they're just you know, they can save up money and want to go. But she wants to do the park hopper, and she wants to go with friends. So we'll be in Disneyland if you guys want to go and want to see us. We'll be at Disneyland, and in December, first 2 weeks. I don't know when exactly, but it's going to be happening. So for her 31st birthday, you guys, my baby girl is going to be 31. My son turns 25 on the 25th of August. So next week he turns 25, my baby boy. So love that. That is the whole layout, you guys. I did the whole layout. I even put the words down. I did it all. So what do you think? You like it? I love it. Thank you to Barbara Hayes. Thank you to Denise Wright. Thank you guys so much for being here for me. And all my lurkers, love you guys. So I appreciate every single one of you. I feel the love and I appreciate it. All right, guys, till next time. Hopefully it will be soon because, like I said, my layouts are stuck and stuck and stuck. All right, guys, take care. Bye.